All right, salute. Today I want to make a quick video, a short video talking about a couple of the most common ways that foreigners unintentionally disrespect people of Thailand when they come here, when it comes to their communication and especially their non-verbal communication. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, throw me some love and let's talk about it. Number one thing I want to talk about is that people don't understand the difference between head and feet. Like anything head and above is considered sacred. Anything like feet wise is considered dirty, sort of, to some extent. But with that being said, when someone shows ultimate humility, they will wash your feet. You know, when I got married, my feet were washed by her parents. So this is kind of what I'm saying. When you understand this concept, you will begin to understand what I'm saying. And it helps you to understand the levels of your communication. And it's not just about head and feet. It's about how you look at people, how you gesture, where you hold your hand, where you put your feet. This is crucial. I want to first talk about your hand position. When your hands are out and you're communicating, your nonverbal communication is what people read here. They listen to what you say, but we're listening to what they say and we're reading their nonverbal as well. So when you hold your hand out here, you don't want to have your palm up, number one. Do not do this. If you have your palm up, like for example, in America, like come here is like, come here, hey, come here. We may even do this like up, hey, come here. That is horribly disrespectful. Or if you do this, I don't want, this is horribly disrespectful here. You don't want to have your hands above your head or your heart, really, if you think about it. It's really about keeping like a subtle tone and humility with respect to each other. So for example, here in Thailand, people, when they say come here, they do this. They say, hey, they hold their hand low and they say, hey, they give a little nod and they say, come here. Hand, like palm down, come here. Hey, come here. They don't say it loud. They don't make a scene about it. They don't raise their hands up and do all these verbal gestures like what I'm doing right now. Even in Thailand, people are going to immediately disassociate from whatever I'm saying. If I'm doing this, or if I'm doing this, if I'm doing this. It's horribly disrespectful. Another thing is when it comes to how you address your elders and your young lads and people. Like people here, okay, for example, when I address someone younger than me, I call them P. Like peacock, hello, like peacock, like. But if I address an older man, it's ta cop, or an older woman, it's yai cop. But there's other forms of this as well. It gets even deeper than that depending on where you go. Yai cop. You don't address your elders. You don't put your eyes above their eyes. For example, like when you go to the temples and you pray or whatever, like when you look at the monks and they're sitting there and they're praying for you, you kneel down, your head level is below them. When you put your hands up, but you don't ever put your hands above your head. That's disrespectful. You keep your hands at head level or below, and you keep your head level below theirs, especially if they're older. This is just a simple way of like respecting people here and what people really don't understand when it comes to how to like deal with people here. The other thing is, I'm sure everyone's heard of, is take off your damn shoes, man. When you go in a house, like whether or not someone asks you to, just take off your shoes. It's hard to get in the habit because we're not used to it. But here, we take off our shoes. Like we stack our shoes at the door or outside. Many businesses require this too. Many businesses are very clean because they don't like dirty feet. As I said in the beginning, feet are kind of a taboo. That doesn't mean that feet are bad, but like you never want to ever prop your feet up on something. That is a big no-no. Don't like propping your feet up, going to some spot, just propping your feet up. Oh my God, people are going to hate your guts. It is so disrespectful. This is my favorite part about not just Thailand, but Asia in general. The fact that people are humble towards each other. cop, you know, cop and cop, there's other ways, like some people say jow. There's just different ways of saying, like, you know, sir, you know, as a man. It's different, like, because you own your pronouns here. That's another thing, is they don't use pronouns like he or she. That doesn't exist in Thailand. Even the word yes doesn't exist in Thailand. You could say chai, but chai is kind of a generic way of saying like stat or okay. You know, it's kind of like not the same. Like you have to say chai and acknowledge the verb that they spoke to you. Like, are you hungry? Like, are you hungry? You say chai hu, chai hu cup. Yeah, I'm hungry. Yes, I'm hungry. And how far nonverbal communication can go here, even as an American expat living in Thailand, how hard it is to speak the language here. I've been able to survive so far, 2 years now. Like, seriously, like learning these lessons and watching these things and learning these things. Seriously, don't touch people on the head. Never do that. Never do that. Even if it's a bro thing. I'm not talking about foreigners. I'm talking about Thai people. Even if it's, oh, it's my friend. You don't touch people on the head unless they are like close. Another thing you don't want to do is point. Point. One finger, point. That or him or her. You do not want to do this. Like, basically, you do this. That's it. Or you can do, like on the low, hands down low, palm down, palm in, you know, kind of thing. But you do not do this. You do not say that place, that person, or that, or he or she. You do not do that, especially up here. Everything shows me something new, surprises me even more. And the more I learn about this culture, the more I understand it. And the more I understand how far away the Western culture is from what it is here, and why this country is so protective of their culture, which they should be. So I want to say salute to you folks in Thailand. I love you. You are the best people I've ever interacted with in my life. Like, people of Thailand are outstanding, seriously, and they're so incredibly helpful even when you mess up. So with that being said, I love you guys. Show some respect. Let me know what you think, and I'm out.